Hi. So you're good. And then I'll count you in.
Gotcha.
What? It is absolute chaos every time we start this show.
Is it me? It's the me factor.
I do think you are a bit of an agent of chaos. I think you add a little bit to it for sure.
I want that on a sock.
Agent of chaos.
Producer Sharon, in quotations, agent of chaos.
I'm so trying to be calm for you.
All right, stop on 2. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Coming to you from the poorly painted studios in Cumming, Georgia, this is the Chuck and Z Show. And now, here's Chuck and Z.
Oh, no.
Click the overlay.
I did. Got you. Where it says overlay.
Hello.
Welcome to the Chuck and Z Show. Of course, I'm Chuck.
I'm Z.
And Miss Producer, Agent of Chaos over here.
Yeah.
We're slaying again.
It's me. Sorry, guys.
It's Miss Monitor over here.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, she's over here monitoring the live.
Yeah.
Well, I am super excited about tonight's show. We
Yes.
got to meet this lovely couple. Gosh, it's almost a year ago. Is it really?
No. Well, yeah.
It's coming up on a year.
Yeah. So we met Tori and Josh in Tennessee.
Right? We rode the foothills with them, right?
Yeah. We were at the V-Twin Visionary Smoky Mountain special thingy that they have. And we got to meet them because they're friends with Adam and Lauren and Chelsea.
RG Destroyer.
Yeah, RG Destroyer. And so we rode with them on that Saturday, I believe. It was really fun.
Some great riding. And, it's always awesome when you meet new riders. But anytime you're going on a big ride, there's always the question, can they ride?
Yeah.
Right? Because the way we ride is a little bit more aggressive than your average bear, I would say, which I don't feel that way. Everybody constantly tells me, you're so aggressive. And I'm like, I don't ever feel like I'm not in control of the bike. I always feel like I don't, half the time when I look back and I don't see anybody behind me, and I don't see anybody behind me, I'm like, was I going that fast?
I know, right?
Because I didn't think I was.
Yeah, you were. You're always going that fast.
Always. I can't help it. It doesn't want to go slow.
Yeah, especially with that 131 in there.
I know. And the new ones with the 550s in them, which, by the way, you got to see yours almost completely put together this week.
I know. So exciting.
It looks so good, Z.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait. It's going to look like it's moving when it's standing still. And
right.
And that yellow pops so hard. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we've added her skateboard to the studio.
Hey.
That's actually the design that's going on her bike. So it looks really, really good.
Yeah,
all right.
Super excited about it.
So we just kept Tori and Josh in the green room for like 10 minutes. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get Tori and Josh on the show.
Hey guys, welcome.
Hello.
What's up?
How's it going?
We're just listening to you talk about Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good time. Yeah.
It was fun. So, I just wanted to, talk about you guys, your riding experience. And then you guys just did a freaking cross-country ride, which I'm super jealous of. And I want to do that one day. So, welcome. And Tori, how long have you been riding?
Oh, great question. I have to think about that for a second. So 2015?
Something like that.
Okay.
2015, I bought my first bike.
Nice.
Which was a Buell.
Oh, nice.
And I wrecked it.
Not so nice.
Not so nice.
Yeah, so I was riding it to work by myself early in the morning. My phone didn't charge that night. It was on like 10%. And it started raining.
No.
And turkeys flew out of a ditch and ended up, the big boy turkeys, and just bombarded me.
Holy
So that's what
cow.
happened. So after
I,
that, I didn't ride for like a couple years. And
I
then I
like
slowly made my way back into it.
I like how
Yeah.
you said the big boy turkeys because she had to
Yeah,
qualify.
like they weren't
She's like,
the little
this
females. They were
this
the
wasn't a
big
little
ones.
bitch ass turkey that knocked me off my bike. This was no, you don't understand. This shit was the size of a buffalo.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was like 90 turkeys that came out at me out of nowhere.
It had a tattoo of a drumstick on its arm.
So silly. Yeah, those turkeys can be super pesky. I'm surprised that you got, you know, attacked by turkeys instead of like a deer or something. Because don't you live, where do you guys live? Up in PA?
Yeah, in the mountains of PA.
The mountains of PA. What part of Pennsylvania?
So we're close to Gettysburg.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. So you know Jess Brown because she lives in that area.
Yes.
Yeah, she's good people.
Cool.
Yeah, I think she's going to Sturgis this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you had a Buell, then the baddest turkey ever wrecked you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you on
Yes.
now?
So now I'm on the lowrider ST.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I started back with the Grom.
Oh, so you went
And
from
of
the
course,
Buell to a
I
Grom.
couldn't keep up with the Grom,
Yeah. It's
but it got me back into riding. So
a regular bitch ass turkey will knock you off a Grom.
right, yeah.
You,
There's
you don't
definitely-
need a big turkey for that. That's a small bike.
I rode the ground like 65 mile an hour down a hill one time. It was the sketchiest thing ever.
Holy
That
cow.
sounds sketchy.
It
So
was. I don't recommend it.
no, we were riding. We did a camping trip, a moto camping trip this like 2 weekends ago in North Carolina, and it was funny because we were all on our bikes, and then we passed this group of people on a Grom, on several Groms,
Yeah.
just not on one Grom, but
It was a Grom. It was a gaggle of Groms. I'm on the turkey thing now, right? A gaggle of turkey. No, that's geese, isn't it? Damn it. I fucked that up. I thought I had a clever little spin. Damn it. No,
Yeah.
but it was a gaggle of Groms.
yeah. And I was like, you guys are on a major highway, like doing 55. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
you can't talk too much. That's what you took your test on.
Yeah, but I was not going 65.
She shows up for her get her motorcycle test or sort of MSF,
Yeah, the MSF course.
and it was done by Honda, and they put me on a CBR.
We got to choose our bikes.
Yeah,
You
well,
chose the CBR.
You're right. I chose a CBR. Well, they had a Rebel, a
Yeah.
CBR, and a Grom.
Right.
What am I going to choose? I'm going
Mhm.
to ride a Rebel.
Yeah.
All right. So she chose the Grom, and it's like as I watched her whipping around this course, I was like, I'm kind of jealous. That was the better choice.
It was.
She proceeded to get the highest score in the class, which is crazy.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I even did a stoppie. You know how you have to do like the short stop?
Yep.
And I freaking almost flipped that thing over. Like, I went like so far up. I was like, oh shit.
That was also the last day she wore a quarter face helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we had to get rid of the Grom, because this one was gonna end up
Yeah.
losing a limb.
I
Mm-hmm.
rented it from House No Wheelies on it.
Oh yeah. They're fun little bikes for sure.
And Josh, what do you ride? And how long have you been riding?
That's a good question.
It's like all my life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Since I could walk.
Yeah, pretty much. Between dirt bikes, four wheelers, and then when I got on the road, I started on a Suzuki Katana, like sport
Okay.
bike, and then I had a CBR, and then a Sportster, and now I have my Lowrider S.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous bike, by the way.
Yeah, both
Thanks.
of your bikes. Both of your bikes are really sweet. And you have the new Lowrider ST in what is that color? Gray? What is it? Gunship gray?
Something like that.
Something like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
And then I
Battleship.
had the pink pinstripe on it.
So cute. I love it.
So you guys rode the lowriders across the country.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a long trip.
So, yeah, I was gonna ask, how's your ass? I mean, I know that's a weird question, but that had to hurt.
The ass was okay. It was in between the legs.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
Like from the seat rubbing, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
So how many miles?
It's like 6,600
Yep. 6,657. I wrote
Round
it down.
trip?
round trip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you do any iron butt stretches in there? Like
The
just
most we
1,000?
did was the most we did was 720 or 723, I think.
Wow.
That's a lot in one day.
So you
Yeah,
guys
that was
just
us running.
running? Yeah, it sounds like it.
Running from the rain.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we were doing for like 3 days. We ran from the rain.
So you guys just got up and was like, we're going to do a cross country trip, or did y'all plan this out for a long time? I mean, where did the idea come from?
So Josh always said he wanted to do it, and I was always like, I don't know about all that.
Mhm.
So we actually had it planned to do it last year in August, and we canceled it like the week before.
Yeah.
Things just kept going wrong, and one after the other, and we're like, you know what? We're not meant to take this trip yet. But then we
Yeah.
rescheduled it for May, and we're like, we probably won't get another chance to do it, so let's just go.
Yep,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So you started in Pennsylvania, and your destination was
The
Malibu.
coast.
Yeah, we made it to Malibu, California.
wow.
So you rode up the 101, the PCH?
Yep. Yeah, I
Nice.
wanted to have a picture of my bike on the east coast of the coast and a picture of the west coast on the coast. So,
Wow. Yeah, Z and I have been talking about it.
Yeah.
About doing it one day.
Yeah.
If you get the opportunity, definitely do it.
yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah?
Sure.
Were there stretches where it didn't feel worth it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, day one when it was like 30 degrees and raining. Like, what are we doing?
The first day we left, it was 35 degrees when we left our house. And that was, and we were going into Kentucky, like West Virginia and Kentucky through the mountains. And when we left and was headed down into Kentucky, it started raining. It was 37 and it started raining.
Wow.
At that point, we were like, we should just turn around.
Mhm.
We should just go home.
Well, nothing on that level, but I had one of those moments when we did our quick down to Daytona and back.
Yeah.
We left on we went down there, stayed, slept maybe,
We left Saturday morning. We were originally supposed to leave on Thursday, but then
couldn't. Work got in the way.
And then Friday we tried, but work. So we left. We were like, you know what? Saturday morning, let's just get up and go early in the morning. Well,
It
it's
was-
Daytona in March, and so there was weather. And so it was, yeah. And so
Yeah.
we had it was like 37, 38 degrees, and sleet was starting to come down.
It was dropping.
And I'm looking at the weather. I'm like, okay, if we can make it an hour and a half away from home, like it's going to start warming up. The further you get south, it'll warm up. So we rode for about an hour and a half, and Chuck was about to about to turn back around.
All right, so I you know how people are like, oh, you can't ride in cold weather. I can ride in cold weather. I mean, I can tolerate it. I've done it many times in my life. I do not want to ride in cold weather.
Same.
I do not enjoy it. There's nothing pleasurable about it for me. And the moment you know those moments when your body starts doing its own thing, where you're fine and you're cold, and then it just goes, right?
Yeah.
Though when those moments are like contractions apart, like 30 seconds, I'm like, I gotta get off. I gotta get off the bike. I can't. What is happening to me? What if this is a precursor to passing out? I don't know what this is.
Right.
So anyway, we stopped at IHOP, got some pancakes and some coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was good to go from there. It wasn't cold. I wasn't really cold again.
No, it started to warm up. Like I think by that time it was like 45 degrees, so
Yeah, then
tolerable.
Then it got kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but that's the only, nothing like you guys. I mean, we only had like another 7 hours. They got days,
Right.
weeks.
Yeah.
So how long
Yeah,
did the ride take?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We left on a
2
Thursday. We were
weeks.
home on a Thursday.
Wow. Okay.
And we could have been home on a Tuesday, but
That's when we're like, screw it, let's go to Virginia Beach.
yeah, we decided we were going to go to Virginia Beach.
That's pretty cool. I
That
imagine the last 100 miles must feel like an eternity. Or did it feel short?
the last 100 felt short because we were ready to be home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were ready to be home, so we're like, all right, we just got to do this last like tank of gas.
We only did like 300 miles the last day, I think.
Yeah, the last day we were only
Okay.
going to Beach, our house. It was only like a 300-mile day, so we had like a 5-hour ride. It was pretty easy for the last day.
Oh, that does sound like it was pretty easy. I guess it might also be Atlanta. Like whenever you're coming home,
Yeah.
anytime you get close to Atlanta, it just feels like once you get within that 100 miles on either side, it just starts taking. My joke is that the closer you are, the further away you actually are.
Yeah.
And what, the last 5 minutes takes an hour?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to Atlanta?
No, but like we live near DC and Baltimore, so I know exactly what you mean. We hit all the traffic down that way
Yes.
every time we go anywhere, and that traffic is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Yeah.
have you ridden Suches and Blood Mountain and all that though? I know you've done Tennessee and the Dragon, but have you come that far down to do North Georgia? Oh, you got to. You got to.
It's the game plan one of these years.
Yeah, come on. We need to plan a ride. I was talking to Adam and Lo and Chelsea and Camille, and I'm like, you guys need to come down and experience Georgia mountains because it's very similar mountain ranges to Tennessee and the surrounding areas, and it's really fun.
The fall, if you can come in the fall, oh my God, it's just gorgeous riding in those mountains. And there's overlooks where, I mean, you understand why they say purple mountains, right? Because you look out over the mountains and they look purple and gold and big blotches of red. It's gorgeous. So if you get a chance to come down in the fall, hit us up. Let us know. We got room. Hit us up.
All right.
Absolutely.
Always looking for new places to go ride.
Yeah, it's a good time down here. So have you done anything else to either one of your bikes as far as performance stuff, or are they stock?
Yours has a pipe and air cleaner and a tune, and mine has a cam. That's it.
Oh.
So yeah,
What-
not a lot.
Not a lot. What cam did you put in yours?
472.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's in the
Yeah, that's a
114 or 117 on yours.
114.
And yours is a 117?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
She got those three.
She's got 3 on you.
Yeah.
Got that 3 on you.
3. For now.
Do you guys have any more?
Todd-
Do you
Till
guys
Todd
have?
builds a motor.
Oh yeah, you working on a build right now?
Not yet, but he's going to be as soon as that one needs it.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any other big rides planned or coming up or anything like that?
It's not cross country big, but we want to ride to Niagara Falls in Canada.
Oh, nice.
That would be
So that's
fun.
the next trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's not
bet.
super far.
Yeah, I bet that'd be pretty. That's 6 hours.
I think it's only 6 hours from us. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
cool.
Something like that.
So when you guys came to Tennessee, did you ride or did you trailer?
We rode.
We rode, yeah. That's
How long was
the
the-
last time we rode?
Right.
It's miles. I don't know. It was about 6 hours. I think.
It's
Oh, that's it?
It's
Something like
8
that.
hours.
That's
That was
not
also
bad.
a cold ride. It's always
Yeah.
cold.
That was your first bigger ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the time before that, you rode to New York to see Chelsea and Camille.
Yep.
That was the only other time you rode.
Oh yeah,
that
I
far.
just started road tripping on my own last year.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What's the longest
So I
trip you've done by yourself?
to Staten Island to go see Chelsea and Camille, which was it was only 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. That's still a distance away by
It was
yourself.
my first road trip and it was by myself. So
Yep.
Are y'all doing any of the festivals this year or anything? Like Sturgis, any of that stuff?
The rallies
Just going to the VTV in Tennessee.
in October.
That's like that's a must every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to get a group together, and I think who was I talking about this last night? So in Tennessee, the same area that around the same area, there's the Tennessee Music and Motorcycle Revival (TMMR)
Yep.
that happens every May, like the second or third week in May, right before Memorial, and it looks like a blast. I haven't been, but everybody that goes. There's concerts. It's nice, good time. Just a lot of cool bikes, a lot of cool people, and I think it's similar to the V Twin, just a little bit cozier because it's camping in that one area and on Loretta Lynn's ranch. So we should get a group together and go there one year.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
Yeah. When they come through Tennessee, I mean, it would be nothing for us to pull them over here to go ride the North Georgia mountains.
Yeah, we're only like 2 hours away from Maryville, so
Nice.
it's really
All right,
close.
I like this idea.
Yeah. I like this idea
So-
a lot.
So outside of motorcycles, what else are you guys into? What are some of the other things that y'all do? Like, what are some of your hobbies, etc.?
We ski and snowboard.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Yeah,
I-
other than that, really just hanging out with our dogs.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're boring.
Not too boring.
I'm afraid of skiing and snowboarding.
Yeah.
I think I've tried it once, and I was like, I don't like it.
Got you.
Have
Yeah,
you
Josh-
done?
I got
You-
you.
you can
I
teach
taught for like
me?
6 years. Yeah. I
Oh,
taught
for
like
real?
6 years. Yeah.
Nice.
That's how we met. I taught skiing, he taught snowboarding.
Yep.
Oh, cool. I love that. So have you been out west?
No, we want to so bad.
Come on,
Yeah.
guys.
One of these days.
Yeah,
The greatest snow on earth in Utah.
I know.
Yeah, we haven't
Maybe
made it
this
there.
winter.
So you guys met. You were a snowboard instructor, and she was a skiing instructor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that sounds like one of those movies from like the late 80s, like
Right.
Ski Patrol,
Right.
right? Where there's always like some crazy drunk guy that's hanging out. There's always the girls, like, even though they're in the snow, there's always somebody in a bikini.
Right.
And
No,
then
it's
you
still
got,
the same.
that's still the same.
That's still the same.
And you got the
Especially
hard,
like spring,
yeah, in the summer. Yeah.
like
you got,
spring skiing. That's
oh,
usually-
yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I see. That's how stupid I am about it. I don't know there's different
Mhm.
versions of it, right? I don't know anything
Yeah.
about it. But then you have like the little cute snow bunny ski instructor who's just trying, and then you got this badass rebel guy who rides a Harley, and he's a snowboard instructor. He's always getting drunk, hitting on women and stuff. And she's gonna change. She's gonna change him. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess our other big hobby is the jet boat.
Yeah, the jet boat.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we just got back from a jet boat event in Lake Anna.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So tell me about your jet boat. What kind of boat is it?
It's a twin turbo LS jet boat like you'd see out west.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to show my ignorance here. I'm just now at the beginning of looking at boats,
Okay.
but not that kind of boat. I'm looking at, I'm looking at, I'm so stupid. I'm like, I want one of those like big houseboat things, like where you have like a deck on the bottom and a deck on the top, but still powerful enough to pull a skier. Right.
Mhm.
But I'm more like, when it comes to boating, I've got that whole South Carolina Lake Murray thing going on, right? You're just hanging out on the boat, drinking, maybe fishing, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But you're into like, let me see how fast I can get this. So what's horsepower?
Yeah.
Like what's the kind of
Um,
horsepower in the boat that you're on?
When I turn when I turn it up the rest of the way, it'd make like 1,000 horse.
Holy shit.
Holy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll do like
That's-
110.
Hmm.
On the
110
water.
On the water.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you
Not
imagine?
very
No,
Right.
that's super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
not
at the
doing that.
beginning of this, you were talking about kind of feeling out how well other riders can ride. When we were at the jet boat event, I was just sitting back listening to everybody talk because I don't know a thing about jet boats. But I heard them like say that as well, like they have to feel out how the other guy
It's true.
driving the jet boat, how he is and how well he drives. I'm like, this is just like motorcycles.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure all of that is the same. I'm sure when you're talking about drifting and car racing, and I'm sure. But yeah, you definitely do. I mean, anytime you're controlling something that, I mean, hell, my truck doesn't have 1,000 horsepower. I've got a TRX, and it doesn't have 1,000
Yeah.
horsepower in it. I could get the Mammoth package.
Mm-hmm.
I've put it in the cart twice.
Yeah, no.
No,
We're good.
All right. Damn
We're
it.
good.
Damn it.
You need it.
Yeah, I do need it, right?
I'm a bad influence. You need it.
Josh, stop.
I do need it, don't I? That's what I was trying to say, Josh. I was like, you know what? This is something that is essential to me. I
is.
need this in my life.
An everyday driver with 1,000 horsepower. Okay.
I will get
Sounds
where I'm.
great
I will.
to me.
It doesn't it? I will get where I'm going. I will never be late to work.
Right.
'Cause
You're
it's
gonna
also-
fly.
What were you
Better
saying?
fuel mileage because you don't have to hit the gas as hard.
That's
You
right.
tell-
That's what
yeah,
you tell
you just
people.
tell people that.
The computer tells on me. The computer pops it up every time I'm in there. This is how you're doing, and it was like, not too good today. But yeah, I mean, it's. I can put it in Baja mode and go right over the embankments and stuff. Why not?
Sure.
No.
Great.
Doesn't it?
How you said, yeah. How you said about like people riding and how everybody says that you ride really fast and stuff. Tori likes to tell people she rides really slow, so then we'll go in the back of like a new group of people, and then she'll click over on the headset and be like, "Well, these people get out of my way." I'm like, well,
That's because with our group of friends that we ride with, I am the slow one. But then when we ride with normal people,
You're like,
I
get
feel
the
like they
hell
go
out.
so slow, and I'm like, okay, I'm not slow. My friends are just crazy fast.
Yeah.
Your
There's
friends
levels.
are crazy fast.
There's levels. you
I
know?
was I was pleasantly surprised when we were riding because I'm like, what if they are slow? What if they are, because we don't know. We just met you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you were thinking the same thing about us. You guys were like, okay, let's figure it out if they can
I
ride.
remember waving you past me. I'm like, you go, girl, go see.
Yeah. But that was fun to be able to. And Chelsea was killing it in the front. She was like second or something.
Always kills it. She's
always.
Yeah.
right up there.
Chelsea and
Damn.
Camille. Camille's real fast.
Oh yeah, he can ride for sure. No
Well,
doubt.
that's also because the last time we were at the Dragon, or last time we were down there, the brakes on his Road King didn't really work that well. So he's
No.
like, well, it is what it is.
He's like, I gotta go fast.
He's like, yeah, I'm in it now, so here we go.
Holy shit.
Wow.
He does
Yeah.
it all the time.
We're over here like, man, that guy's riding. Meanwhile, he's trying not to die.
I mean, he knows what he's doing, but also at the same time, his brakes don't work the best on that bike. I mean, that bike's like an 01. That Road King's like an 01.
Oh yeah, he rides the shit out of it too. Yeah. No,
Bike's
I,
amazing. I love that thing.
but that's what's cool though. Like when you come across folks that can actually ride, and then y'all go out and you get to rip it up, and then there's a certain level of confidence because like even if I'm not, that's why whenever we do some of our big rides, it's almost like I'm the false leader
Mm-hmm.
because what'll happen is I'll get up in front of Z like I'm going to lead the pack, but within 10 minutes I'm not in sight. So
Yeah.
so Z's kind of leading, but I won't ride like aggressively if I'm around people that I don't know that well, just because I don't know their skill level. I don't know if they did see me make a sudden movement, if they would be able to react well enough. So I can't depend on that. I have to ride within my own ride. So I kind of opt out
Mm-hmm.
and go to the front and just ride the way I want to. But whenever in that kind of group, I can't do that. So it was cool seeing that everybody in that group, would put the pedal down,
Yeah.
which
Always.
I
That group
fucking
always is.
I would rather be trying to catch someone right? That I like that. I like whenever they would take off and I'm like, all right, and get into the bike and just try to keep up. I love that versus I'm having to set the pace and I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
How
I like
how
following somebody, but I don't like following like a group of people. If it's one person or two people, I like following them because then I kind of know like, hey, I know what speed I need to be coming into the turn. I'm
yeah.
terrible at turns if I'm in the front. So like I'll be coming into it and I know I do it. I'll be coming into it fine and I'll be 3/4 of the way through the turn like that one I probably should have slowed down a little bit.
I'm a little hot.
Yeah,
I'm a little hot.
that was me.
That was a little warm.
A little warm. That was me on our moto camping trip that we just did. So we rode this little ride called the Rattler. Have you guys heard of that?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's in North Carolina, and it's a good 30 something miles up, and it's a lot of twists and turns, like 230
It's a lot.
something twists and turns or whatever.
It's 200 plus. It's a
So
lot.
it's not, yeah, but it's not as crazy as the Dragon. But there are some that you come up on and you're like, oh shit, like I came in too hot on that one. So I'm like, man, I should have had a lower gear and I should have been leaning in a little bit more to get through without going into the other lane. Like, so embarrassing.
Yeah, I meant to drag the frame.
Yeah, exactly. That was on purpose.
I meant to do that. I meant to stand it up and turn it half circle in the apex. I did that on purpose.
That's not what happened though.
No, I'm saying that I've had those scenarios where I come into it kind of hot.
Yeah.
And I've got two options: go into oncoming traffic or see how much I can get this frame to give.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna bury the bike into the pavement if I. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
And I've had a couple of times where the frame went, that's as far as I've got, bro, and just stood me up a little bit.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then you go, I pray the wheels catch.
Yeah.
I was riding the foothills one day with Steve Chamberlain,
Mhm.
and we were coming in. So from Pigeon Forge over, like you're going to the Tail of the Dragon and stuff, there's a U-turn, and the sign says 25. We were in 5th. And that was the last time that I hit that road like that, because when I downshifted, I had downshifted all the way to 3rd, and when I did it, it skipped the back tire coming into the turn. And I thought I was going over the edge on that one. That one scared me.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I've had that moment where you've downshifted too far.
Hmm. And then when it picks back up, you're like
Yeah.
launched
It's
into
like-
the air.
It's like, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, like when you survive them, they're great stories.
Hmm.
But
In the moment, I was like,
Yeah.
as I'm throwing into the turn, yeah, it was sketchy.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not going to say and tell you I haven't had a couple of moments of religion in an apex, which if you know me, you know that's something where I went, oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for everything I said. Please get this bike back in the right direction, please. And then after it's like, I had it.
Yeah.
No one helped me. I got it.
So are you guys originally from Pennsylvania or did you grow up somewhere else?
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm from West Virginia.
Okay. I hear the
Oh.
accent a little bit. You have a little bit of more of a southern twang.
Thanks.
A little
You're
bit.
welcome. You're welcome.
What part of West
he has all
Virginia?
his teeth.
Yeah, I mean, I got all my teeth, so I'm not from deep down in there.
Yeah, that matters.
Exactly.
You're not from the wild, what is it? The
No,
wild
not-
whites of West Virginia?
You're not. Have you seen that?
No,
Have you
Yeah.
never seen that? You've seen it?
I've seen it.
Oh my God. That documentary, it's like when you're watching it, you're just if it wasn't that I didn't know some of those people, because I grew up in rural South Carolina, just straight up, not quite a trailer park because we owned it. I don't know if
Yeah.
but that's where I grew up. So, meth dealers and all that. I knew I wasn't with people like that, but I knew where they were. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I know what you mean. Yep.
I knew who those people were. So when you're watching it, you're like, God, this doesn't feel real, but you also kind of know it absolutely is real, that there are people like that out there. Like Like my favorite one is like, well, I told him if he did it again, I was going to shoot him in the face, and he did it again. So I walked over and shot him in the face. He told you.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's a defense in court. I don't. Thank you, Boo Bear. Cheers.
You're welcome. Cheers.
Yeah, I don't think that'll hold up. I don't think the judge is like, well, he told you. The judge is like, did you tell him? I told him I was going to shoot him at. Well, he told you. You fuck around and find out, I guess. Dismissed. That's the kind of judge I want.
I mean, that's how they live there. And then like an hour and a half or so, or hour and 45 minutes from like where I used to live when I lived in West Virginia, that's how it was there too. Like it wasn't actually that far from where I lived.
Wow.
It was like that, like in the deep mountains.
Hey, look, as long as you're not bothering me, live your life, right? If y'all want to sit around and do drugs and make incest babies, then do it. I mean, that's y'all's business. Just, as long as it's not in my house, as long as it's not next door, I'm pretty cool with it. Hey, Josh is like, hey man, listen, my cousin's a good guy. I don't appreciate you talking so much shit. I'll make the West Virginia come out. I'll double V you.
WVU. You're so silly. Oh my gosh. So you grew up close to Gettysburg then. So you've always lived there your whole life then, Tori?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
So do you know the Gettysburg Address by heart?
No.
No?
Nah.
Isn't it weird? You would think like people, how my brain worked when I was a kid. Like you would hear somebody's from a certain place, like Philadelphia, and you're like, oh, they know everything about Rocky. Oh, right. So like, I'm from near Gettysburg. Oh, so you know everything about that. I bet you can recite it, can't you? Because I would think that like, but then again, there's stuff that's cool close to us. I don't know shit about it.
Yeah.
So I guess, anyways. So Gettysburg. What was the name of your high school?
So I actually grew up an hour west from Gettysburg.
Okay.
Actually, the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Mercersburg, Pennsylvania.
Mercersburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had like 2 stoplights. That's it.
I had one for the longest time.
A Food Lion, a McDonald's.
Yeah. That sounds like where Chuck grew up.
Yeah,
Same area.
I grew up in Gaston, South Carolina, which is right next to a place called Swansea, South Carolina. And when I was growing up, they didn't have enough population for I think there were like 68 people in my graduating class of 94. So
Showing some age now.
yeah, I'm old.
Like how old he is.
I'm old. Yeah, it's okay. But
I was just born.
Same.
I'm
Sorry.
ejecting from the podcast.
Sorry.
At this point.
My bad.
No, I forgot what. Oh, what was that?
Where you grew up.
Oh. So Gaston was technically where I grew up, and we had one stoplight, and I would say about 40% of the time it wasn't working. So we would treat it like a 4-way stop. We had one gas station. I guess you would call it a gas station. It was more like your gas station convenience store,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
The hangout.
Called the Double B. And then when my mom was like, "We going to town," that meant that we were going to drive 45 minutes to the closest Food Lion or Winn-Dixie.
Wouldn't that be Columbia though? That is town.
Yeah, that is. I mean, but it's Columbia. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, I guess that would be considered town.
That's a town now.
Yeah, but then sometime around the time I was 16 or 17 in downtown Swansea, we got a Blimpies, and we messed it up right away. So you can't give us nice shit because we get a Blimpies, and within like 2 months, all of us knew that if you asked for extra oregano, the dude that we knew that we went to high school with would put a dime bag in there, and you just gave him an extra tip. So Swansea, South Carolina, you would get extra oregano, please. And then they like stopped that. And then we had
I
like
love that.
That's awesome.
we had like some little small restaurant for a while called Deuces or something. But other than that, it was pretty much, trailers and fields and Swansea Tiger football is the most important thing on the planet. I did love high school football though.
Yeah.
That's how my high school was. It was
Yeah.
about football. That's it. And I was like, cool. I
I
don't
always,
fit in here.
I always think about the Ron White joke too, because he says he grew up in a small town. We've met, right? So like everybody there knows everybody. You've met everybody, and it's crazy. Bless them. But I know some people that literally have never moved off the road they grew up on. They're just their whole life on that same road in Swansea or Gaston, which I guess it's a cute life.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
I just couldn't take it. I could not wait to get out.
So I grew up with the snow that you guys wanted in Utah.
Oh,
Yeah. I grew up in the valley in Utah, and I would go snowboarding. I never skied though. I always went to the snowboard, and then
so
learning
you can teach Chuck how to snowboard.
probably I haven't done that in years.
Again, it's not that I don't. I would be happy to take a lesson in snowboarding from you.
I
But
got you.
but it's just not a thing that I go. You know what I want to do today? I want to take a 2x4 and I want to go strap it to my feet and hurl myself down a mountain.
You can do the bunny slopes though. It's not that far.
Nah.
He said no.
No.
It's the only
No.
thing that I found that's comparable to riding my motorcycle.
Really?
Okay.
Like, it gives me the same thrill.
Nice.
I can see
You
that.
might like it.
I could see that. So for me,
I'm doing that too. So.
Of course.
no, I'd be happy to give it a shot. There's a lot of things that I've written off in my life that I should probably be a little bit more open to, but that's one of them. Snow, speed, falling down. I was like, but there's more to it than that.
I don't like falling down.
Josh falls a lot, but
I avoid
Just
it.
I'll be like, oh, I'm fine. So then I'll go try to do stuff that I did 10 years ago, and I eat shit.
Yeah. It's harder when you get older, right? I feel like if I got on a snowboard now, I would die. I don't know. It's been a while.
I have a story like that. So I've been in some form of martial arts since I was 6 years old. And I started out in kicking styles, Taekwondo, Hapkido. And I was very flexible and could jump up, do full kick above my head, kick the top of the bag, all that stuff. Jump up in the air, spin around. I used to be able to, my favorite kick was a 360 dragon. Where I come off one leg, spin 360 in the air and kick with the same leg. So I used to be able to do all that shit, right? So we have one of our nieces over.
Oh yeah.
And we're doing, just playing around a little bit. I'm showing her joint locks, whatever. Because later on I got into jiu-jitsu and other stuff and kind of left that stuff behind. And then we were talking about, I was like, no, I used to be able to do blah, blah, blah. And they're like, nah. And I was like, yes, I can. So I didn't even try to do nothing fancy, y'all. Nothing. I literally did like just a spinning crescent kick jumping spinning crescent, where you come in and you jump and you kick and you both feet land. And when I did it, I executed it. But when I landed,
Did not stick the landing.
my knee said, I don't want to bend the way you want me to bend, which is straight. I want to bend to the right. And totally blew out my meniscus, the whole thing. And I'm like, I cannot believe I'm that old already.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
class of 94.
I think about doing it now and my feet start hurting. My feet are like, I'm not up for this.
Right.
It's crazy. Yeah, getting old.
I did Taekwondo for 7 years.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
What? How old were you when you did it?
I think I started at like 9 area. So it was like 9 to 16. Pretty much when I started driving, that kind of went out the window.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you on that.
And he was taking trips to Pennsylvania instead.
Okay.
Yeah, the ladies will do that. They'll get your interest. Yeah, I did striking arts up until the first UFC came out, which technically I tell that story wrong. I saw UFC 2 first because it came out on VHS before UFC 1, and if you didn't watch UFC 1 on pay-per-view, you just didn't watch it.
Missed it.
And so when I was watching this, my Sensei Curtis showed it to us, and I remember sitting there watching it going, I don't understand what's happening. Like these are dudes that I've been reading about in Black Belt magazine my whole life, like 8th Degree Dans, you know, these dudes that are just insane martial artists. And this 180-pound dude is just strangling them like they're children. And I didn't know. So first I was like, I got to learn that, but no one taught it. You couldn't find it anywhere, right? So it's different. I'm curious. It's different. My experience in striking styles was up until 92, 93, we all argued. Oh, Taekwondo is better than Ishinru. Bruce Lee would mess Van Damme up. Steven Seagal, he's the guy. Blah, 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 blah. And then the UFC came out and we're like, we don't know anything. we literally will just get embarrassed if one of these guys grabs us because I'm going to be like, what are you doing? Okay, that hurts a lot. I don't know what.
I don't know what to do when my arms are like this. Like,
Right.
I don't know what to do now.
I
Anyways,
don't know what to do with my hands.
but I imagine Taekwondo was probably a little bit different when you were coming along because, again, I don't want to guess your age, but you're probably at least 10 years younger than me. So I would say 47. You're a lot younger.
No, he's guessing how old you are.
Oh,
I'm 47.
I'm 29.
Okay. So a lot younger than me.
Yeah, like almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So I imagine Taekwondo was a little different when you were coming up.
We didn't do any like grabbing or anything. It was pretty much just all legs.
Mhm.
Forms,
Yeah.
yellow belt katas,
You know,
blue belt
all
katas.
that,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Good times. How far did you go?
So we had 2 browns. I made it to the second one. My next one was black,
Nice.
and then I stopped.
Then ladies.
Yeah,
I got it. No, but congratulations. I mean, brown belt in any martial arts. It's pretty strong. So congrats.
Thanks.
Are you still flexible? Still kick?
Hell no.
No.
I stopped doing all that. I fell down today at work. I stepped off the ladder wrong and fell.
He needs bubble wrap.
Come on. You're only 29. Come on.
I like rolled my ankle and hit the ground today. Actually, I had to catch myself.
I've actually found that my background in martial arts and athletics helps me a lot when I'm riding.
Mm.
I think I started that by saying that martial arts riding is the only thing that's come close to what I would feel when I was competing in a tournament. Like that anticipation, that excitement, that adrenaline dump, which is always at the very beginning. Like right when I first get on the bike and I'm fucking slamming through the gears, I have that. But then eventually I settle into it. And it's a much more peaceful thing. But yeah, I get what you're saying about snowboarding and all that. Might give you that as well. Long way to get there, huh?
We went off on a tangent there for a second.
I did. Unfortunately, I'm known to do that.
It happens.
Yeah. Did any other athletics in your background? Either one of you?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah.
How long did you play soccer?
Until I graduated high school.
Oh, so did you play for the high school team?
Yeah, I was captain.
Nice.
Well, excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to question your credentials.
But then college came along in nursing school, so bye soccer.
Yeah. So you're a nurse then?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So you have that in common with Chelsea. Are you an ER nurse as well, or?
Yep.
I couldn't do it.
Very exciting times.
I
It's a
think
lot. You
I
get a
couldn't.
little adrenaline fix at work.
Do you?
Yeah.
I can see that. I don't like sickness and stuff. So like people would come in sick, and I'd be like, you,
Move.
you gotta go over there.
I
I'm
will
not touch-
say
I'm not touching that. That's yours.
the one good thing that came of the mask, now that they're everywhere at work, if patients coughing all over me, I just hand them. I'm like, can you put this on? Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Please stop coughing on me.
Yep. Josh, what do you do?
Mechanic.
Okay.
I work on semi trailers for FedEx. Semi trailers and stuff for FedEx. Yeah.
So is that diesel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, listen, man, Tori, Josh, I've really enjoyed talking to you. I was so excited when Z told me that you guys were available to do the podcast. I enjoyed meeting you and riding with you guys in the past. Invitations open. Anytime you want to come down and come ride the North Georgia mountains, just let us know. We got plenty of space. Bring your bikes. We got plenty of space in the garage for them. So,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. I've really enjoyed talking to you and getting to know you a little bit better.
Yes, thanks for inviting us to come on.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting us. If
did
you guys
you
are
hear-
ever up this way, just let us know.
Did you hear that, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you hear that?
I know.
Thanks for
It's so
inviting us to
cute.
come on.
It's so cute. I love it. And then Josh is like, yeah, y'all come over here and y'all come.
That's super exaggerated.
It is. I don't even have a.
Hey y'all, what we gonna do later? I was thinking we gonna go down to the creek with a stick in the back of my pickup truck and do some fishing. Y'all want to wrestle?
You know what's funny is like I refuse to use y'all. I don't know why, but it's just. I guess
Y'all?
it's like growing up on the West Coast. We don't say y'all. We say you all.
And
so
don't they say yins in like
Yins.
Pennsylvania? Yins?
Yeah, Ewans.
Yeah.
Ewans?
Yeah.
Ewans.
What-
That's
what-
another one that like people say.
What yins doing later? Is that how you use it? What are
Yeah.
yins
Yeah,
up
that's
to?
exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, yeah, that's it.
That's right.
I have to go wash the clothes.
Wash. Yeah.
We're
Wash. Say fire.
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 That's pretty normal.
Yeah, or like people say, like they'll say like instead of saying tire, they'll be like tire.
Tar.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
stuff like that, and it's like, all right.
So they spell it Tyre, like in England.
I guess that makes sense not for Pennsylvania, but like my grandfather, he would say far
But it's so your
Wash.
grandfather was from West Virginia, right?
originally,
Yeah.
but
So-
lived in the mountains in North Carolina most of his
North
life.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. But I always feel like those, like Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, that's all kind of like similar area. So
Like-
you have kind of the same dialect in a way.
Yeah, like if you're in the mountains in that area, I feel like they all pretty much talk pretty close.
It's all the same. Yeah.
Hey, how far are you from like Lancaster, Amish country, that stuff?
2 hours.
2 hours. I don't get
we
it.
Actually we lived up there for a little bit.
Oh, did you? I don't get it. Does no one showed them any like what we have now?
So,
Well-
you know,
It's kind of strange because they're not allowed to use electricity or anything like that unless it's for a business. If they own
Oh.
a business, they can do everything normal, just same as everybody else.
that sounds like
But
an
then-
excuse.
Exactly. Like walking to a gas station, they're at a gas station buying drinks with a credit card, like stuff like that. But
Yeah.
at home, they're not allowed to use electricity and all that kind of stuff. So strange,
That doesn't seem like they're super committed.
right?
It's like half in, half out.
Nope.
When
No.
we went to Sturgis, we were actually coming home from Sturgis and we were stopped at a gas station and there was this van just full of Amish people that came out and like they went shopping. And I was like, are you guys allowed to do this? Like,
I don't
aren't
like
you
it.
supposed to be like on a train?
I did not know this. I knew about, was it Rashomon, whatever they call it?
Oh,
Rumspringer?
Rumspringer.
I know about that, where they literally get to leave and go experience the world, and then they choose to go back. I don't get it, but I didn't know that they had rules for business and home life, because that seems like you don't get to partake in our capitalist society when you eschew it at home. Like you don't get both.
If they're on Rumspringer and they leave that, and say they're like, all right, I'm done, I'm not going back to that, they're not allowed to ever come back to see even anybody in their family,
Yeah.
supposedly. They just have to
Oh.
like disown their entire family if they do that.
That's like basically what I did. I went on Rumspringer, and I was like, my family was like, "You coming back?" Like,
Yeah.
nope.
So it's
I
kinda
saw
like-
everything we had in this area.
It's like I'm done. But it's kind of like Scientology in a way. Like
It is a
the
cult.
rules.
They're all cults.
The rules that are involved. I'm like, dang. Can't see your family, can't see your brothers and sisters or anybody ever
Nah, son.
again.
Nah, son, you gotta listen, because our religion said that this stuff was bad.
Mm-hmm.
You are not allowed to use it unless you're at the 7-Eleven and you're buying something for work. Now, I suggest you start a business if you
Yeah, like
if you want to participate.
like you would go to the gas station. It drives me
I
insane.
know it does.
You would go to the gas station, you'd be getting gas, you'd walk inside, you want to get something to drink, and there would be a place to tie your horses up outside. There are
Nah.
horse and buggies outside at the gas station.
Wow.
You know, I could
But they
see
could go
that.
inside.
I could see that in like rural Texas, right? Where you like have like a bunch of horse communities and there, but like because you just don't want to participate.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. No.
Did they have an outhouse too
Start your own 7-Eleven.
at the gas station, or could they use the regular
No,
restroom?
they could like do everything inside like a normal person. This shit drives me insane.
And you have to watch the horse and buggies. Rules don't apply to them either.
Yeah, they just don't care about anything. They like
Get-
go on the road, they'll come up to like a red light and just be like, through it.
Oh my gosh. Horses are
care.
not that fast. I mean, I guess you
No.
could be, but not on a buggy.
Start a convenience store called Haywood, and you guys can pay with buffalo chips or whatever the hell it is you use for money. But you're not allowed in the 7-Eleven, and I'm not having. I know I'm about to get a lot of hate.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Buffalo chips.
What
These
are
are-
buffalo
these are-
chips? I'm like, what are they?
Oh, God.
They're buffalo chips. Or I could be wrong, so I'm just going to tell you off the top of my head.
It's like jerky?
No, they're buffalo poop.
Oh,
That,
poo.
it's been dried out.
Gotcha. Patties.
Yes, it's like
Josh is dying over here.
I think I broke Josh. He had to get off camera.
Love
Anyways.
it. Well,
All right. Well,
we had to make you laugh before you.
I had to get I had to get you on something. I was looking for something. I was like, I gotta have something I can go off on. You give me the Amish softball. Here we go. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming on. I truly enjoyed it. You're welcome anytime. And everybody else, please, Zahara, will you
Yes.
do our exit?
Like and subscribe.
Please don't forget. She's like every week, they're not liking and subscribing, Chuck. And I'm like, please just remind them. And she's like, it's not working. I was like, so please, so that I don't get beat up at night, like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it.
Yes. And Tori and Josh, how do we follow you?
Yes, social media stuff.
I'm Tortor on Instagram.
There's a hash. Is there a underscore?
Yeah,
It's-
underscore.
TOR_TOR.
Zero.
Something like
R.
that.
It's T0. I love it.
Search Z's follow who Z follows. You'll see it on there somewhere.
Follow who I follow.
TORN.
And then Josh.
I wish I had a day off.
Love it.
It's
That's such
one word.
Such a clever name.
Camille came up with that.
Oh, did he really? I've got video from the Dragon. I'm sorry, last thing that I'm gonna eventually post of you guys waving at people.
Oh,
Like this.
yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I've got video of it, and there's one where right before we're getting ready to ride the Dragon, where they're doing it, and this guy stops like, "What?" Like, and then they went,
Who was that, Chuck?
"Yeah, I think it was Chuck and Camille." Yeah.
You were like, forget you, dude.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Nice to see you.
Bye.
Bye.